It's 3/11/15, 4 years of uninterrupted radioactive particles, ionized radiation from the fission process, released into the environment, into the Pacific Ocean, into the air, into the earth by a nuclear plant, a busted, broken nuclear plant called Fukushima Daiichi in Japan, on the coast, on the Pacific for the last 4 years, 460 some days, I think it's 61 days, spewing its toxic, most lethal atoms, ions, whatever you want to call this stuff. It is brutal to all life forms on this planet being released. This is an anniversary, an ignominious anniversary of 4 years of uninterrupted radiological releases into the environment. And governments don't care. Governments don't care. People don't care. Oh, yeah, life goes on and nobody cares. Well, I care, and there are other people that care. And I just thought I'd ramble on this. To begin with, I'm going to take my elephant into my town square, and I don't have my tripod. Hopefully I'll find somebody to hold the camera, and I'll continue on the town square. Let's see what happens. I have started a couple of more paintings. My rabbits, the Rorschach rabbits, they will be non-Rorschach rabbits by the time I'm done, because Rorschach, the idea of symmetry and the elegance of the universe, has abandoned us, obviously. There are people that are still espousing ideas of the past. The ideas of the past are no longer relevant. They haven't worked. No matter how brilliant it is. And people say, you Luddite, yeah, throw it all out the window. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I will go for mud huts and wood shoes over this Fukushima nuclearism any day. Any day! Yeah, bring it on. Bring on the mud huts and the wood shoes if we can get rid of this nuclear devastation that is occurring every day from every single plant, but primarily from this Fukushima plant. Fukushima Daiichi is spewing the radiation, and it hasn't worked. What we call civilization hasn't worked. I'll continue my rant in the town square. Hopefully I can get somebody to hold the camera. A lonely elephant, the lonely elephant in the room. I'm in the middle of town, my town, middle of town. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody to hold my camera. My building. And the lonely elephant. The anniversary of Fukushima. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a Blanche. I'm gonna just walk down the street. Here's my sign. Here's my sign. Walking down the street. Walking down the street. This is the Fukushima sign. Fukushima. I take my life into my hands walking. Here I'm in front of the audio-visual store. Where is he? Look at that. That dog loves me. That dog loves me. Look, there you go. This is the Fukushima anniversary. I'm doing my walk, the center of town, my town. I'm letting people see. The Fukushima elephant in the room. Yeah, there's a crazy guy with a Dodge diesel. Here we go. This is my walk. I'm gonna walk across. There's my town looking down. Fukushima is raging and people are going to the bank. Make your bank deposits. Where are they gonna end up, right? Fukushima. I'm going to stand here for a bit. People are coming. The artist on the corner. Let's see if people see Fukushima. Does anybody get it anymore? Hello, does anybody get it anymore? Haven't got too many cars today, but it's a beautiful day. People, get out. Do what you need to do. Let people see. Let people see. I'm gonna put this over here for a minute, in front of the trees. Like Rick said, nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm gonna walk across. I'm gonna walk across the road again. I'm gonna take a shot of my elephant from the other side of the road. Rick says don't get run over. The Fukushima elephant. There it is. Do people see it? Nestled. Look at him. (3/11/15), the anniversary, 4 years of devastating radiation into the ocean, into the air, into the atmosphere, into the earth, into the groundwater. Fukushima. Oh, my sign fell down. Gotta go. Yeah, still 3/11/15, and I don't think my landlord's going to like this, but I'm walking across the street from my studio, and I'm on the top floor. And what I did is I put up my elephant up there. I'm gonna let him hang for a while. I know my landlord's gonna dislike this. They're lawyers and they don't want to lose business from somebody hanging a Fukushima elephant from their window. Anyway, I'm gonna leave him up for a while, and it's a traffic circle, so let's see if they see him. Let them know. There you go. My little town. My little town of people that don't really care about too much. There you go. Post. There was a preamble, now this is a postscript. The elephant is dangling out my window. I'm gonna leave him out, see what happens if the landlords make me take him in. We'll see. Here's what I'm thinking, and there has been criticism that the way I criticize as well with my Caldecott Symposium criticism, that people can present their positions, and by presenting my position, their position, they open themselves up for criticism, and some of it is justified and others isn't. And here is the justification and what I consider to be justified criticism, that if you are actually doing what you are asking someone else to do, that is a justified criticism. Not just going, oh, you guys, you know, you should have been up in the Caldecott room there and made a ruckus and made a steam bath out of it and get kicked out and all of this. Well, that's not the purpose of that action that we were doing. We were supporting Helen Caldecott. But it turns out that Helen Caldecott is not interested in Fukushima. She's more interested in propagating the idea of the nuclear Armageddon through bombs. The bombs aren't going to do it. It's the nuclear plants and the waste, the nuclear waste, the 300,000 tons of nuclear waste that is accumulating all over the planet. That's the problem. That's the problem. Not to say nuclear weapons are weapons of mass destruction and when they go off, forget about it. Then, you know, close shop and say goodbye. But I think we still have a chance to actually try and do something. We have to try. We have to try. And justified criticism, and if I criticize Helen Caldecott, it's because I confronted Helen Caldecott with this thought, this feeling I have about you cannot just go on about this nuclear Armageddon without being active, without having people that are trying to make a difference on the street, that we need to have the activists included, not just the academics. And she rejected it. And I feel justified in my criticism because I went there and I talked to Ms. Caldicott. And I was disappointed, greatly disappointed, but I feel it is a justified criticism. And anybody who comes back and says you have to do this or that, well, let's see you do it. And I think we, each one of us, need to step up in the smallest of smallest ways even. It doesn't matter. To let others know that there is somebody out there that cares. Even though they hate you for it, you still have to do it. You have to do it. And not criticize the people, no matter how small their action is. It is more than what you're doing if you're just criticizing. So get off your horse. And, you know, your messages to me that I should do this or I should do that, forget about it. It's not going to happen. I am on a path. I am growing in this the way anything in life. As you do something longer, you obviously get better at it. And I think this is the idea. As we proceed through this catastrophe, we're going to, if this is real to any of us, we're going to improve our activism as we go through. Yes, we can all improve. I can do stuff. But the point is to do it. The point is to do it. And this is on the anniversary. This is 3/11/15, 4 years. And ask yourself, what have you done to try and make a difference to let people and all of life on this planet know that someone cares? We're not going to sit by while this thing unfolds ad infinitum for hundreds of thousands of years. It's not going to last. We're not going to last. It's not going to happen. And for you to say, oh, fearmonger, fear porn, yeah, extinction. The extinction has begun. Just because your extinction hasn't begun with your cancer doesn't mean it isn't happening. And it isn't happening for a lot of life forms on this planet. And cancer is off the charts. Cancer in children. Cancer, people, can you understand? Cancer, the hospital, the children's hospitals are full with children that have cancer. This is an old age disease, if anything. It shouldn't even be here. Cancer might be 1 in 100 million or something. Who knows what it should be? But the point is children are getting it, which is an aberration. And where is it coming from? It's the radiation. So we got to get off our asses and do even the smallest of small. Hang a sign out your window in your house so your neighborhood people see who's that fruitcake with the funny sign out the window. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. And then you can come back and criticize. But you know what? You won't want to because you're doing it. You don't need to rag on somebody because you're not doing anything. You just feel good because you want to rag on someone. So that's my point. We got to get off our asses, people.